Hello everyone, the Clouds here, and today guys I'm going to review one of my Bionicle mug, and obviously it's going to be a part of my own Advent Calendar extended edition because obviously, well, once again Christmas is a long way gone, if I can say so, and well, this calendar will goes on up until the end of December, this well, Saturday, if I can say so. So today a new Matoran, and which is based on a frame made by me this time. So let's begin. The body is made with a double connector, but not put in this way, but in this one. This little part will be useful to link the head later on. Let's attach the legs first. So the pelvis and the legs are made with an axle of 3, then you have a ball joint right there, and for the legs themselves, connector, few ball joints, and one baroque foot. So it's you really need tons of ball joints to make this type of frame, I have to admit. For the arms, it's quite the same thing, but this time they are broader than the legs, as you can see, so they can have a wider range of movement. So that's why there is some parts like that on the sides, because this is not an axle of 3, but an axle of 4. And for the arms, well, quite simple, connectors, baroque legs. I think you know this part by now. After all the Matoran we made, we used this part. Then we have the head, which is linked on the connector, ball joints. So most of the time this frame used made through head, but for this time I choose to put an axle of 3 and an older head. Don't ask me why. It was for some reason, because, well, even if I go in this review straight to the point, most of the times the mugs takes several hours to make, and sometimes there is a lot of modifications made and a lot of different versions made to have something which really works the way I want it to work. So here you have your Matoran finished, and so this Matoran is well, kind of like the Matoran I have made, which made some skate and surf. Well, this one also practice some types of sports which use objects, and the first one is going to be hang gliding, well, an hang glider. And so, well, here you have the hang glider with some rubber bands, so this means you can transport it quite easily, as you can see. Just have to put this part like that, and here you go, you can transport his hang glider to some mountain or stuff like that. It works nice. Then you just have to put off the rubber band. So the first one goes here, second one, and then you have all the parts. You just unfold this both part, and I don't have the sails. I don't recall the name. So we're going to put off the frame, which is like that. So this part will be the middle of the frame. We just have to put this part like that. Then, oh, excuse me, let's slide this one, put this one. Now we're going to link the parts like that on these gray pieces. So you just have to do that. Here you go. And here, the second one now. And we are also done. Well, not in fact, because we're just going to put this part to hold the Matorans and put this part right there, so it does not fall off. And here we go. So now we're going to link our Matoran to his hang glider, so he can practice. So the nice thing with this frame is that you can move the shoulders or the pelvis thanks to the ball joint. So here it's quite useful for this, for his hobby, for example. So just have to put the hands in this axles right there, and then because this axle goes through a pinhole, as you can see, it moves. So to make it stand, we have to put the legs of the characters like that. Make it hold the end of the frame. And here we go. The Matoran is finished. well, on his own glider, because of course I have more objects to show you. But well, we are already done for this one. So that said, let's move on to the second object, because you might remember that the Matoran I mentioned earlier, well, had a skate but also a surf. So this means this character has also two sports. So the first one was practice and gliding. The second one is roller skating. So at first I wanted to make some type of the rollers I usually make, so the one inline, if I can say so, but I didn't add enough parts, so I decided to really make classic roller skates. So this means with these configurations for the wheels. So it's quite simple, but well, it's not have to be complicated. And yes, first before I put them, you can also of course put them on the back like that. You just have to do this, and then you can also put the axles right there. So once again, no spare parts at all. But we're here to put the roller skates on his feet, or under his feet. Right there. And here, so you can see the front wheels touch the field, but it's not really the foot, excuse me, but it's not really a big problem for me, because it looks better like that than like that. Because if you put this part, well, in a longer shape, it looks a little less interesting in my opinion, and a little less realistic. So here, it works, as you can see, and you can make some nice pose of our Matoran roller skating. And that's not all, because like the previous Matoran, which had also some type of city, well, urban object, if you can say so, this one also got some, excuse me. The first one are plants, well, just some type of plants which you can find in cities, so some technique panels, beams, excuse me, technique beams, system plates, and some other parts to decorate, obviously the two kind of trees, and some waters in there to add some more details. Even if you can't really see it well, because it's trans dark blue on black, so obviously without light you can't really see it fine. I made two of them, so you can put them the way you want, with the third element, which is a bench. So I have already made a bench for the first Matoran, but this time it's a more classic one, so very straightforward, but very bulky, so made to last a long time. And you will find this part, which I already used yesterday, because the previous Matorans are supposed to be together in the same type of the same city. So this part is supposed to be a seashell, which is the emblem or logo of the city itself. Don't know if you have understood me or not, but it's not really important, by the way. So here you go, you have the bench finished, and well, you can, like I said, put this part on the back if you want, for example, or also on the sides, or like that. So yeah, you can do different configurations for our Matoran to ride on them, even if you don't really do extreme tricks with this type of roller skates, but well, that's not really important. And well, to finish this review, guys, I guess I'm going to do a little combo, if I can say so, with our Matoran doing practicing on gliding and also doing roller skating at the same time. So don't try this at home. So let me just put the Matoran back in place. Let me adjust the Matoran on the bench so it does not fall. And here you go. So we can just have a better shot, change the position of this thing. Or, excuse me, guys, going to, yes, try. And here you go. So I hope you enjoy this little video review, guys. Once again, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask them. I will happily answer them as usual. And that said, well, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and see you later for another video review. Bye bye!